to another episode of Fire Up! And yes, football is back! How are we, gentlemen, tonight?
It's preseason. Is
Woo!
it
We
really
got
back?
football, even though it's horrible.
It's preseason. Is it really back?
Neither team can stop a cold with all the injuries they got.
I'd rather watch training camp than this game.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
I
not
get
some.
it. It's football.
Carson
It's
Beck
guys we're
versus
probably never going to see in the
Kenny
league. I
Pickett
get
and
it.
Flickett.
Actually, Arizona is playing tonight,
You heard
so
what
we
I said?
might see some of these guys make the team. Who
We
knows?
might see some of these guys play next year because they won't be the same team next year.
Well, we might see them play this year. Some of these guys might
That
make
too.
it. It's 17-17. As we talked about backstage, I did not watch it down of this game. I know they said Carson Beck threw a touchdown, which is good. Good, get it out of the way.
Woo.
Hey.
Well, he is
We're
playing
trying to.
against backups.
I thought we were talking about positive football action here.
I'm positive there's a football game on, but the best part was the Hall of Fame inductions.
They did play two teams that actually have players going into the Hall of Fame,
Yes.
so that was
Yeah,
good.
I think
But
that's
they
why.
should have played the damn Saints. I hate when they do this. Like the main attraction is Drew Brees. Why wouldn't they play the Saints to try and bring more people in?
Because they're already going to have all those big people are going to be there
Doesn't
because
matter.
of Breeze.
Doesn't matter. You would still bring more fans in.
You think?
They'd have had more fans there if they'd have did it the Colts versus Saints.
Yeah, they should have done it. They should have done it that way. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is great. Okay, he's gonna have
Hmm.
some people from Pitt there. Obviously, he's gonna have. He's gonna have. I don't know if Tyler Palka is going up. I don't know if Rod Rutherford's going up. I don't know. The college quarterbacks for Fitz. I don't. I should have asked. I should have asked Miss Palka whenever I saw her the other day, but I didn't. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. I feel that you should put the two main attractions. Those teams should be playing each other. Like the Cardinals are there. Why ain't the Saints there?
Yeah, so that would have been, or you do it the right way. You do Adam Vinatieri versus Drew Brees and do Saints versus Colts.
But those are the two real popular. So they're going with two that aren't as popular. The Luke Kuechly
No, you would do
versus
Patriots. Is he going? He's not going in as a Colt, is he?
Adam Vinatieri.
More than likely, he started as a Colt.
But he had more finishes as a Patriot.
Oh, he had quite a few finishes with the Colts too.
I'm
He just
talking
has
four
more
Super
Super
Bowls with the
Bowls
Patriots.
with the Patriots.
Right. Well, why wouldn't you retire as that
I know.
team?
Well, Vinatieri is going to be presented by Carly Ursay Gordon. That might tell
The,
you something right there.
the
Yep,
Colts.
Mm-hmm.
as a Colt.
Yep.
That's kind of a kick in the nuts to the Patriot fans. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because he played for both.
Yep, MDE says the same thing. He says he has the Colts owner inducting him over Robert Kraft, so he kind of is going in as a Colt.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Maybe he felt Robert Kraft would have been possibly booed with the back massages and stuff.
I don't
Boston
know.
Paul, we're
What
looking
does that
for we're
stand
looking
for
for a
there, Boston Paul?
favorite.
Oh, Adam
We're
Vinatieri.
we're
F of,
Paul got an open spot if you want to jump in. Anyway,
I could probably get that link into the chat for you.
Um,
It
So
should be a butthurt that the Pats let him go when he still had to. Sorry, that's my opinion. Yeah, because didn't he start that season before they drafted Sebastian? What's
Gutowski.
his name?
Gutowski.
Gostkowski. Yeah,
let's see.
He wasn't a bad kicker either.
Nope.
no, he just wasn't an Adam Vinatieri.
No, not many people are. Or a Morton Anderson or a Gary Anderson or
Or a Jason Hansen.
I was going Hall of Famers.
He should be a Hall of Famer.
He should
He
be,
broke
but he's
their
not.
records.
So I did not realize this, that after the 2005 season, the Patriots chose not to place their franchise tag on Vinatieri as they had the year before, allowing him to become a free agent. He had met with the Green Bay Packers, but was set on signing in either a warm weather climate or a team that played home games in a dome.
When you're that far in your
Mhm.
career, Candy, do you really want to play outside?
Yeah, but
I mean, obviously, the guy at that point, somewhere you go, I've done right with my money. I can call what I want to do.
oh yeah, I mean, I never knew that he had
Eddie Prather, good to see you.
met with the Packers. It would have been
At
interesting. So, but interesting.
Did anyone find it funny that Phelps bought in Breeze, where he originally started with San Diego?
That's true.
I know. I look at weird shit. I know. I can't help it.
So, the whole class as it
Yes.
stands.
Yeah, I just saw that breaking news with the Jonathan Taylor extension.
Oh, you
I didn't see any
Jameer
I
Gibbs
didn't.
one where he got Gibbs
A
got
lot.
paid more. He's the highest paid running back in history now.
No, Jeremy, I was letting you break that news to me.
Uh, 3 years,
What's up, Marcus?
$67.5 million with incentives that could make him up to $75.5 million within those 3 years. $51.5 million guaranteed.
Sorry, Jeremy, I was not laughing at the Gibbs contract. I was laughing at Marcus's comment.
I know. Football.
Yeah.
And yes,
It's
Eddie,
back,
I
baby.
agree.
We got to talk football. Yeah, prayers up.
Did it turn for the worse?
Let's see.
I know it was bad, but did it turn to the worse
What?
for Amon Green?
He announced that he's been diagnosed with Parkinson's.
I knew that. We talked about that last week. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. I knew that's worse, but did it take a turn?
Not that I've
To the worst.
heard, but not that I heard, but maybe Eddie wasn't watching last week when we talked about it, so that could be.
Oh, okay.
So
Where is Holiday Vargas?
I don't know. I don't know
He's
where
a
he is.
slacker tonight.
He is. So the Hall of Fame game is going on right now.
It could be. It really depends. I'm sorry.
Go
I was
ahead.
answering that before you started.
Go ahead.
Will this be Gibbs' one big contract? More than likely, because he's turning 24, and he's probably, let's see, after the 3 years. So that doesn't start for 2 years. So that'll be the year he turns 26. That 3 years will take him to 29. So yeah, that probably is his one big contract, because that's usually how it goes for running backs, unless he
Unless
ends
you
up
name-
having the AP, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey type of late part of his career at 29 years old.
McCaffrey's only 28,
I think
ain't
that's
he?
the only way. If he turns 29 this year.
Right. So he's not there yet, Jeremy, but obviously he feels like he's there because he's been in the league for
No,
since,
but I'm
what,
just
19?
saying this 29, 30, 31 is when those ages tend to be hard on a running back, is what I'm getting
Right.
at.
You're absolutely right,
So
Eddie.
we're gonna have him through his prime years. Yeah, praise to Chris Johnson too. Yes.
Unless you follow Derrick Henry's workout out, we must be like a second behind, Jeremy. We must be like a second behind each other. I was just gonna say, unless you're watching Derrick Henry's workout videos, that's probably the only way you're gonna make it till you're like 35. All right, Jeremy, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say about the Gibbs contract.
And yet, I just think it was well deserved. He's a touchdown scoring machine. I mean, he basically broke Barry's record of 48 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. What else can you say? Henry's workout is on Jerry Rice level. I'll tell you who needs to work out like Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. Have you seen the videos coming out of camp there with the Cardinals? He's awful.
Didn't they throw
I swear he's dropped more passes than the entire Green Bay Pack.
Didn't they throw like 7 interceptions in practice?
Who?
The Cardinals. Wasn't that what I saw? Like every other pass was an interception?
No, it wasn't an interception. It was a drop. Every other pass was a drop in that video. There was 7 fumbles in that video from them catching it, turning, running, and getting hit. There was a couple of fumbles by the quarterback, a couple of fumbles by running backs who ran into quarterbacks and not even a defender. It was awful. Yeah, I agree, Eddie Prater. This is what I'm saying. He needs to do the Amon-Ra after practice workout. Amon-Ra, every day after practice, he goes in front of the jugs machine. They have him crank it up to like the hardest that their quarterback can throw, stands 10 yards away from it, and catches 101 consecutive catches with one hand, and then does it with the other hand. If he drops one, he starts over. Marvin Harrison needs to do that because that guy drops more passes this preseason than I saw from the Green Bay Packers when they led the NFL 2 years ago.
What's up, Pack?
I'm just saying.
It's okay.
And you know what I'm talking about, Candy, because even you talked about it. Oh, my God, everybody's got the drops on this team.
Yep.
I never saw Jerry Rice's workout videos, but I have seen Derrick Henry's workout videos, and they are intense. If you've never seen one, Eddie, go look him up. And then we can compare.
It's funny because Torrey Holt's dad was a friend of St. Brown's dad and told him that in college, Torrey Holt did 100 catches per hand. And he goes, "You're going to be better than him. You're going to do 101 per hand." So that's why he does it.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So we talked about Breeze. We talked about Vinatieri. I mentioned Fitz.
Larry Fitzgerald's probably second or third best wide receiver ever.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that makes him even fall down that list to 4 is the fact he doesn't have any rings, but that you can say the same thing about Calvin Johnson. They were that crisp of route runners.
So
I think it does. I think it does. That's why he goes, I have Larry Fitzgerald at 3. I don't have Randy Moss at 2 because He doesn't have rings. But it is number one is Jerry Rice, hands down. Jerry Rice is the best wide receiver to ever play the game, and then 2, 3, and 4 are the three guys that are ringless for me. But we're not doing that. Remember we did this list last week. It's Calvin
Right.
Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss, and you can insert any of them at 2, 3, and 4. It's all depending on your personal opinion. And then at 5, I guess you could throw T.O. in there, but I don't like him, so I threw in Steve Largent. I just did. I hate T.O. with a passion. I put him at 6.
You're allowed. You're allowed to put them wherever you want. It's your list.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But seeing how we just brought that up, we could segue into that part of the NFL talks that we got.
We could.
Oh, I thought
Candy.
I thought we were finishing the Hall
Oh
of Fame
yeah, we
talk.
got to finish talking about Hall of Famers. Luke Kuechly,
Who we missing?
youngest.
Luke Lee. Yeah, that guy and Roger Craig.
Kuechly. We talked about Vinatieri, and then the veteran ad of Roger Craig, who probably should have been in there years ago, with the first running back to have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in one season. He was the first running back to ever do that.
And that was in a passing team with the West Coast offense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that just tells you how bad they were blowing out teams.
Eddie, tonight it is cornerbacks.
And it's only
and
5.
I want to start with Candy. She gets to go.
5.
And we're only doing top 5. So who's your top 5, Candy?
My top 5. Oh, geez. Here.
Yeah, your co-host called you out right off the rip. We're not letting you hide behind it.
No, it's okay. I'm going to say Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson, Mel Blunt, Dick Night Train Lane, and Darrell Revis.
Okay. Adam, who are yours?
I've got the same damn list.
You got the same damn list. I got a little different one.
I really did.
The first two are.
I really did.
The first two are exactly
Blunt
the
had
same.
Mel Blunt had a role made after him. So
I
it's
got
hard to
Deion
ignore
Sanders, Rod Woodson, Darrell Green, Champ Bailey, because he did 12 Pro Bowls consecutive, and he's the only defensive back to do 12 Pro Bowls, then Mel Blount. Because Mel Blount, his physical style literally made changed NFL rules for defensive backs. 57 interceptions, and that was the record until Paul Cross broke it. Ooh, he's got no, we weren't putting. I was trying not to do safeties. Rod Woodson started as a cornerback and became a safety late in his career. We're going to do a separate one for safeties. I got Revis as my 6. Because let's face it, he played for the ringless Jets.
So
I mean, they got the one ring with Joe
Ronnie Lott
Namath, but he wasn't
on
a part
that
of
list,
it.
right? Ronnie Lott was the safety on that list.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott's a safety. Charles Woodson was a defensive back to start. So I get the Charles Woodson one.
Was he a cornerback?
I didn't know. I only remember him as a safety.
Yeah,
I remember my corner in college,
but I was 9 years old.
Nah, I was a little older.
We don't have to state our age, Jeremy. I was just saying.
I'm just saying. I was admitting it. I'm not as old as Scott. I mean, when I first started playing pool, at least they didn't use the rock as a cue ball.
Bomb.
I do like the background you got there, Candy, of the Hard Rock Casino Stadium.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Figured I'd bring out the football since,
Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm putting one safety number 1, even above Ed Reed, John Lynch, and all the Steve Atwater, Ronnie Lott. I'm putting him above all of them because he's done one thing no other safety ever has.
So Ronnie Lott played cornerback his first 4 years and then transferred to safety. And that must have been around the time they brought in Eric. No, okay. Maybe. Yeah. So apparently we didn't do our research, boys and girls.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he backed you up, so I guess you could put Lott in there, but I have Lott in my top 5 safeties for sure.
Yeah, I have Rod Woodson in my top
He was
5
one of my
safeties too.
favorites.
Okay, Jeremy, what's your top three?
I didn't
for
like him
the
as much
Lions?
when he was a safety. My
That's because he played for
my
Baltimore.
top 3 for the Lions. I don't like being a homer, so I didn't put these up there, but it's Dick Night Train Lane, Lem Barney, and Darius Slay. Those are the 3 best ones that I know about that I want to claim. And there's potential for ones to get there later on. There was one that could have, but you are judged by the friends you keep. And I'll leave it at that.
Adam, the top 3 for your team.
Mel Blount, Rod Woodson, Ike Taylor.
No Night Train Lane, huh?
For the Steelers? No, it's way before my time.
Wasn't he a Steeler?
I don't.
Hall of Famer.
Hold on.
A Hall of Famer.
He played for the Los Angeles Rams, the Chicago Cardinals, and the Detroit Lions.
Were you thinking of maybe Jack Butler?
Oh, he didn't play for the Steelers.
Were you thinking maybe Jack Butler?
Not at all.
Because they do have him as number 3 on.
I don't even know who Jack Butler is.
Yeah. For a time of no throwing, he had 52 interceptions in 8 years. So it's not a bad career.
Paul Krause played in a time of no throwing too, and he had 81. So, and that's still the record. I don't know if we're ever going to have a corner play long enough to break it, unless you get somebody that starts. It started for Trayvon Diggs, even though he was awful in coverage and he was only getting interceptions on bad passes. He had that one year where it looked like, wow, if he plays 6 years, he might break his record.
Then the guy just started getting hurt.
Ooh, top 3 for Dallas CBs: Walls, Dion, and Newman.
Where's Brown?
Hello, Leah.
Bin Laden. Where's Brown? He won the Super Bowl. Where's Brown? It was Neil O'Donnell's favorite wide receiver.
Larry Brown wasn't great. Larry Brown wasn't that great. He was the Trayvon Diggs 1.0.
Jeremy, I was just being a smart ass.
I know you were.
For one game, he had 2 interceptions and one went back.
One was like Dexter that put the nail in the coffin.
Well, I mean, Larry, when Neil O'Donnell just throws it right in your buttercup, you better take it.
Yeah, see, even Eddie's like me. Brown had one fluke game. And Eddie Prather must be exactly 3 years younger than me because of that date after his name. That either that or that's when you graduated, and if that's the case, you're 15 years older than me.
Shit.
Yeah, well.
Just saying.
You're still both younger than me, so. But that's okay. That's okay.
Hey, I like being on a show where I'm not the old man for a change.
Well, you're still the old man. You're just not the oldest.
And I was born in 1970. So, yes, I am your senior by 3 years. Respect your elders, sir. No, just kidding.
Wow.
Oh, so who are your top 3 for the Packers?
I'm going to go with Herb Adderley. And if you don't know who he is, he played from 62 to 69. Franchise leader, 5-time NFL champion. And
he was a part of those 2.
Yeah. I'm going to go Charles Woodson. And then Mark Lee. So those would be my 3.
Who?
Mark Lee, Charles Woodson, and Herb Adderley.
Yep, that is why we have similar lists, sir, because we know the old school stuff.
Yep. That is true. That is true.
At least they still weren't wearing leather helmets when we first started watching football, Eddie.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there, Candy. Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals are up
Yeah, I
20
went
to
there.
13 with 3:07 left in the third. So
Isn't it 20 to 17?
By this time,
or
there's
did they
really
take
nobody's in, right?
2017.
But there's really nobody's in now, right?
I don't. Let's see. I don't even know who's. Yeah. Yeah, because they even took Beck out. Now it's K. Slovis, whoever that is.
Keith Slovic?
Yeah, Slovis. Slovis. Kendon Slovis.
Gotta be another rookie quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Keaton Slovis. He was a
Keaton.
UDFA from 2 years ago, if I remember right. Keaton Slovis.
Yep. Anyways. College football, guys. What do we think?
Yay!
Are we not excited? How's our team's gonna do? What's
I have no expectations. We have a new coach, new assistants. We have a new athletic director coming in because Ward Emanuel stepping down due to all the stuff dealing with Jim Harbaugh and Sharon Moore that came out. So I have no expectations for my Michigan Wolverines. I don't think they'll be in the CFB playoff picture at all. I think they're going to be about like last year, about a 9-win team.
I don't know. You guys got a new good coach though.
I know we got a good coach. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what it does a year from now after it's implemented and he has his first round of actual recruits. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I know he did get a couple of the guys to transfer with him from Utah. A couple of them came over. I know one's a linebacker, and God knows we lost 2 in the drafts. Plus, I think 2 more graduated out of that room. There's usually about 12 to 13 of them, and both the outside starters were gone, and Jimmy Rolder, and I can't remember the other guy that was a UDFA. But it is what it is.
Okay.
Don't do that. It's contagious, Adam, you bastard.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck, all right.
Yawning on camera.
I can't help it. I'm sleepy. I can't help it.
Wait, that's my job normally, not your guys'
I had a
job.
long 4 days of doing nothing at the beach. So
Live
I had to
fake
go to
football tonight. Yes. Ain't it great?
So
Yes. So Monday was media day for the Hurricanes. So Scott was there and got all kinds of interviews. We're slowly putting them up on the YouTube channel. He talked with Malachi Tony.
Good.
He talked with Mark Fletcher Jr. He talked with Darian Mensah. He talked with the other wide receiver that came over from Duke with Darian. They're best friends. He talked with him. He talked with some young rookie offensive linemen, some defensive linemen. He talked with Jason Taylor. That was cool. He talked with the offensive coordinator.
were you expecting to talk to Jason Taylor?
He talked with him last year, but he's normally pretty popular. A lot of people want to talk with him, so you just never know how many news media outlets are there and trying to get his attention. But Scott got a couple questions in with him, so that was cool. All that'll be going up on the site. I'm excited. I kind of think it'll be interesting this year to see with a lot of the running backs coming back, Malachi Tony, and Darian's supposed to be
I think
good,
Malachi
so we'll see.
Tony's your best player on that team.
Oh yeah. And he's still young.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore.
Correct. And yeah, he's what, 18?
And he wasn't even supposed to be signed either. That's the funny thing. Like, there's that little backstory behind him. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Just,
Exactly.
and
So
then
I
he,
think that'll be
I think he was a walk-on, wasn't he?
what? No,
I thought he was.
I don't think
Best sound in the world when the pop opens.
I thought you were popping a beer there, buddy.
Mm.
Let's see.
This tastes
Cold.
better than beer. Yes,
Cold
nice and
Mountain
cold.
Dew. Yeah, I'm not a beer fan either, so I can't blame you. I don't know why I thought he was.
Who?
No, Malachi was not. No,
No? Okay.
no. But he had a record-setting freshman season for Miami, recording over 1,200 receiving yards. Earned ACC Rookie of the Year honors. Named top freshman in college football. So yeah, I'm excited to see him. Um, I'm kind of excited, and I'm gonna hold back my enthusiasm here. I'm waiting to see how the Badgers do this year, and if the quarterback can stay healthy, because that's honestly been Luke Fickle's thorn in his side. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
There.
But guys, baseball is still happening. What's going on with your baseball teams?
Both my teams are on a slide right now, and they suck.
And for some reason, we sold and we're winning. Since the trade deadline, we're 3-1. It makes no sense. Framber Valdez all of a sudden learned how to pitch again because he doesn't have Mize or Skubal in front of him.
Right. He's all of a sudden knows he has to become the ace that he could have been in. And maybe, pitching around those pitchers, maybe they made him nervous.
It could have.
I hate to say it. I'm sure they still have nerves, Jeremy. Like,
Right. But at the same time, he was doing good the first couple of games back in April. And when May hit, when Skubal and Mize both went down at the same time, Framber Valdez looked like he was taking lessons from Jeff Flaherty on how to throw to contact. Today he did pretty good. 7 innings, 0 runs, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's for 7 innings. That's only 7 men on base. That's pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense has been amazing. We had a double play that I think was the play of the game in the 7th inning. Matt Vierling was running in on a bloop single, and the guy from first was running so slow, and the guy running to first was running slow. He was able to toss it to Torres and get it to Torkelson to get a double play to end the inning that probably would have extended it because that was Kyle Finnegan coming onto the mound at the time. And if he allows runners, he becomes, a gas can where it looks like the ball explodes off a bat. So that probably gave him a lot of confidence because the next inning he got 2 strikeouts.
nice.
My team is doing well, but they've been a team of regular season doing well lately, and then they slump.
They've been doing this kind of. They're winning a series, they'll lose a series. They'll win a series, they'll lose a series. I think they're in a
record in baseball right now.
Yes, they do, and I think, and it's weird because I think they've only won one of their 4-game series so far this season, and that was versus the Cubs, if I remember right. And the rest of them they split. They do win a lot of their 3-game series. They either sweep somebody or they win 2. They hardly ever lose a 3-game series. But the 4-game series, when I was looking at it, I was like, that's such a weird stat line.
And the Dodgers are now tied with the Braves for second place in the National League. They both have 69 wins. The Braves have only 45 losses. The Dodgers have 46. So the Dodgers, their payroll tax is higher than the Brewers' payroll, but we won't even get into that because
What is it? 102 point. Oh, I saw this stat near the higher than 15 other teams or something.
Yeah, it's like 108 million, I think, or something, if I remember correctly.
109 is your Pittsburgh Pirates, right?
That might have went down with the Ozuna being gone.
You're right.
And
Joseph Austin, that may be true, but at the same time, I'm going to blame Scott Boras more than Scott Harris because he tends to bully GMs into trading MLB superstars that are his agents to the Dodgers.
Well,
Go look up the
but
last 10 years. No, seriously,
here's
go look up the last 10 years.
I
Every
understand.
major superstar that Scott Boras has been had under contract has either been traded to in their contract year to the Dodgers or they signed the next year in free agency with the Dodgers. And he's a season Dodger ticket holder. I think that's a conflict of interest.
I agree with you. I will say what I have heard is that the Brewers put together a better package
Oh,
deal
yeah.
for
100.
Skubal, but the only thing is the Tigers wanted a pitcher and the Brewers didn't include a pitcher
Right.
in, and that's why they went with the Dodgers.
And they went with the Dodgers because of the River Ryan part of it. If River Ryan wasn't in there and it was just that second guy who basically has been struggling ever since his only appearance was beating the Tigers back in 24 for his only MLB experience and struggling in single low A, not even high A. He's not struggling with the Great Lake Loons. He's struggling with Rancho Cucamonga, whatever they're called, but in low A, almost Mexican ball.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Skubal had a choice of where he wanted to go?
Well, I've heard he wanted to go to the West Coast anyways.
Yeah, but what's weird is last off season, when this all started, just after the season was over, when they were out of playoffs, he said he adamantly did not want to go West Coast. So, I think during that 2 months you didn't hear anything from him. Scott Boras got in his ear. Yes, you do. You want to come to the evil empire. He was being like Senator Palpatine.
Look, there's no evil empire in Dodgerland.
Yes, there is.
I mean, they're doing it all legally. Whether we agree with it or not, that's another whole story or opinions. But I mean, let's face it. This is just going to help push the lockout this next year.
Why? They only had to pay him like $9 million plus incentives.
Right. But the likelihood that he'll stay, depending on what they would agree to.
Let's face it, Dodgers print money.
Well, part of it is the Dodgers have a loophole with when they declared bankruptcy that they don't have to share some of that TV money that they get to keep all to themselves. So they actually do have a little unfair advantage as well.
100%. But it seems funny that the only two teams that are against a salary cap is the Yankees and the Brewers. Imagine that. The two teams are Yankees and the Dodgers. And the reason why that's funny is because those are the only two teams that are always over the luxury tax. Always.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Adam,
you gotta pay to play.
Blackout? Well, you do have to pay to play, but the Brewers are paying and they're actually winning, so.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, Candy on it. Dodgers got an unfair advantage till 2039.
Mm-hmm.
17 rainouts for Dodgers since 1962. Think about that. That's an amazing stat.
Mm-hmm.
They've only had 17 rainouts since 1962.
Is that in Dodger Stadium only?
Must be.
Well, yeah, because it's 1962 is the year they moved out there.
I was just asking because I didn't know if he was counting road games or not, Joey. Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
That's
bad.
God, even God helps them. That's bad.
They were horrible in the 80s. You guys do remember this, right?
Until they had one star that was aged aging there, and that was Steve Garvey at the time, if I remember right.
Just because, they figured out how to spend their money, I don't know. I can't be mad at this team. I can't.
I can.
Why
Let the
can't you
hate
be
flow
mad?
through you.
The what?
Let the hate flow through you.
I don't know. Teams spend their money so they can win. I can't yell at someone. Can't do it.
Yeah, it seems funny that baseball is the only one that doesn't have a true hard cap. Even the NBA has an actual hard cap that they won't allow a team to get over, or they start losing money and draft picks. So there's that. Even soccer has a salary cap.
Yep.
Okay, that's what makes it interesting. You get to see who the greedy owners are for themselves, and not putting fans in their place, not putting fans in the crowd. They wait for these high payroll teams to come into town and have sellouts instead of paying it themselves and having sellouts possibly every game. It's ridiculous.
Well, the Tigers were selling out every game until they fell apart about mid-May this season, even when it was cold.
So you just stated it. You put a winner on the field, people will come.
And now that they're winning again, they're selling out again.
Right. You bring winners into your stadium.
No. I'm talking about no matter who we play, we've been selling out ever since we started winning more.
Right. And I'm just saying, Jeremy, like whenever a team is winning and they're coming to your town, you want to go see them. You don't want to see your team if they're getting their asses kicked. You don't want to see that.
So the Dodgers right now have the highest home attendance in 2026. They have already had 2.8 million fans over 56 home games.
What's their average per game?
50,380. The next would be the Padres at 41,429. After that, it's the Yankees at 40,957.
I thought that was the Mets that have deferred payments to Bobby Bonilla because it's Bobby Bonilla Day. That's the New York Mets, right?
Right.
That pays them the $1.05 million every year till 2035.
So the Phillies, Adam, are fifth with an average of 39,673.
Joseph, I know you hate it, but Pittsburgh has an H. Pittsburgh in Texas has the G.
Or the paint.
The what?
The paint brand, Pittsburgh Paint, because it's out of Pittsburgh, Texas.
Joseph, I don't really care. I'm not that type of person, but I was just informing you to let you know.
He's being the grammar police tonight.
Well, he can be the grammar police here too.
Oh, Doders doing it.
Duders. Who are the Duders?
Who are the Doders? That's Doders, not Duders. Duders would be two O's.
Just like the Cleveland Steamers, huh? I'm sure you saw that.
Oh my. He talked about a Cleveland Steamer on the air.
Yeah. Well, is that the women's basketball team's name, ain't it?
Sure. Okay.
Anything else you guys want to go to, or you want to go into my town?
Oh.
We just kind of talked about my town, and both my baseball teams are stinking ass.
Okay, he covered his town. I'll cover mine. The Tigers somehow are back within a game of the Guardians for the last wild card spot, and if they keep losing, they're going to lose that to somebody else too.
Well, they play the White Sox this weekend, so this is a huge weekend.
Yeah, it is a huge weekend. It's either going to go great or they're going to end up sliding down past the Twins, who are tied with the Tigers and only one game behind them, too.
Yeah. am not spell checking people. I was just letting people know the difference between the two cities.
So I have a little interesting story that I'm going to talk about because it
Oh,
has to do with, well, for me it's interesting. It has to do with one of the Hall of Famers that's going into the, but it has to do with my town too. Talks about if any of you have ever been to a Badger football game, jump around is one of their biggest, uh, I don't know what they're kind of known for, but it traced back to October 10th of 1998 during Wisconsin's homecoming game against a Drew Brees led Purdue team.
I
And it
jump
started
around.
and it started as a fairly modest idea from someone sitting on the sideline. Ryan Sundrup, a Badgers tight end, sidelined by injury that season, was also interning in the athletics marketing department, and his boss asked him to come up with a playlist of hype songs to test at Camp Randall. He took the assignment to Wando's, a bar near campus, where he and teammate Eric
Been there.
Wiseman ran candidates through the jukebox to see what actually landed. House of Pain's 1992 hit Jump Around made the list, and after hearing just the first four notes, they knew it needed to be blasted through the stadium. The moment it debuted, the game was still tight, Wisconsin clinging to a narrow lead, heading into the fourth quarter against Purdue. The speakers hit, the crowd rose to its feet, and Camp Randall shook for the first time under 80,000 people jumping in unison. Wisconsin held on to the win, and assistant athletic director Kevin Kluender has since admitted the whole thing started partly as a psychological weapon, an attempt to make it harder for the opposing offense to communicate at the line while incidentally giving the home crowd an adrenaline boost. It worked well enough that the tradition returned the following season and never really left. The song survived its one real threat in 2003 when renovations to Camp Randall raised genuine concern that the physical vibrations of tens of thousands of fans jumping in sync could damage the stadium structure. Administrators pulled the song from a single game while structural engineers assessed the risk. Once engineers confirmed the stadium could handle it, then Chancellor John Wiley personally restored the tradition just 2 days later, and it's run uninterrupted at every home game since, aside from the brief pause and the empty stadium pandemic season. More than 25 years later, Jump Around has outgrown its origins as a between quarter hype song and become something closer to Wisconsin's signature football identity, recognized nationally as one of the college football's defining traditions. Alumni like Russell Wilson have publicly called it the best in the sport, and Badger fans have taken genuine ownership of it, treating the moment before the fourth quarter less as background entertainment and more as an actual reason some fans show up in the first place. Famously, it's not just the lower bowl that shakes. Camp Randall's upper deck and press box move right along with everyone else, a physical reminder of just how much energy 80,000 people jumping to the same four-note horn riff can actually generate. I can tell you when Scott and I went to his first Badger game, he was sitting in the press box and he thought we were having an earthquake when all of a sudden we started jump around because it really does shake the stadium.
Right. It's kind of like at the big house, their third to fourth quarter song is Seven Nation Army. The whole crowd starts jumping and chanting that bass riff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you know what song I'm talking about, Candy, because I think you've been there for Wisconsin versus Michigan before.
I have been to the big house,
And
yes.
the vibration isn't the people jumping because that place is a solid rock foundation. It doesn't really move even with 108,000 people jumping. It's the vibration of everybody chanting it. It's palpable. It's like through the air. Where is Scott, that loudmouth? He's resting.
Scott is resting. Scott lets me and Jeremy run the country club show. He doesn't. He did the sports wrap earlier, so he does at least one show every night, and he takes this one off. So.
Wow, we're gonna have a fast show tonight.
I know. Anything else? Adam? Any other things you want to add for your town? I mean, we talked about my Brewers, so.
No, I kind of mentioned, Larry Fitzgerald, wondering if Tyler Palko and Rod Rutherford will be there, in attendance at least. They let him to help get into the pro career. No, we're good.
I'm looking something up for real quick to talk about. So go ahead.
I can tell you, if you are on the Chicks Podcast YouTube channel, Jen Matthews Lewis is in Canton, Ohio for the Hall of Fame ceremonies. She's there tonight. We did a little short broadcast before even Scott went on at about 7 o'clock we went on. She actually asked Luke Kuechly a question during their media day today. So she asked him a question about, I think he's one of 3 people in the Hall of Fame that went to Boston College. So he talked about that, and we had that on the broadcast. Mm-hmm. So she's going to have other interviews up and other parts of different of the speeches up. So if anybody's interested, you can check out that.
That's awesome, Joseph. That's awesome.
Oh God, I love nights like that when you're out in the northern parts of Michigan and you're not near the city, and you literally can see the gases between the constellations. It's so bright in the country when there's no light filtration, diluting the stars. It's just amazing. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the 2 rookies, the one we just called up and the one that's been here all year. I'm going to start with the one we just called up. Max Clark finally gets called up. I think he's played in his 6th game now, or 4th game since he's been here. His average is .333 with 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 8 hits, and 24 at bats. The slash line, the .338 batting average, .448 slugging percentage, and an on base percentage of .542. He already has a plus WAR at 4 to 6 games into his young rookie season. And that's after he played 82 games in AAA Toledo, hitting .276 with 11 home runs and 42 RBIs. I can't imagine if we'd have had him instead of Parker Meadows or Wenzel Perez or Jahmai Jones playing center field during that month of May, what the difference in the lineup would have been.
So, and Jeremy, I will tell you that the Twins play the Brewers next in a 3-game series.
Oh, so yeah, I expect that they're going to lose 2 of those at least. I'm just saying. But Kevin McGonigal's rookie stats: .284 batting average, 12 home runs. He hit the 12th home run tonight with 2 RBIs added in, so 44 RBIs. He scored 74 runs this season. He's got 11 steals and only 12 attempts. The slash line, .284, .391 slugging, .431 OBS. Hits 120 and 422 at bats. McGonigal is widely considered the favorite for American League Rookie of the Year right now. Mm-hmm. I just think these 2 are the future of this franchise, and I hope that Zahir Hope ends up being the right fielder we wanted Kerry Carpenter to be. Because let's face it, he may be left-handed, but he hits righties and lefties at the minor league level at an equal pace, which is something Kerry Carpenter can't do. We can only use him versus left-handed pitching. If a right-hander comes in, they pull him from the lineup. and lately he's been more injured than he's played. So I'm looking forward to Zahir Hope, probably Bryce Rayner, the big shortstop that's been tearing the cover of the ball while McGonigal's been up with us. McGonigal's played a lot of third lately, so move him to third. Max Anderson to second. And for the love of God, bring up Jeff Blake, the left-handed fireballer that they say has the same stuff as Skubal, because he's already been through the 2 Tommy John surgeries.
With that being said, anything else, guys? This is going to be one of our shorter shows, although it's not bad. It's almost an hour.
No, we still made it an hour. It's a good length for a 3-person show with not a lot of topics. Yeah. I mean, we could talk about all the extensions getting done this week in the NFL, because there was a lot of them. Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, Chris Olave. There was also a lot of major injuries. I feel sorry for the starting roster of the Carolina Panthers. Jen Matthews must be living beside herself. Both tackles are out, 1 6 to 8 weeks, one for the year with an ACL tear. I believe that was Tyler Moton. Then Nick Scorton, their defensive end / outside linebacker, ACL tear. Chris Brazzell, their first-round rookie wide receiver, ACL tear. Oh, they are just devastated. And then for the Saints, Brian Breesy, the kid out of Clemson, who had a very good rookie, not a great, just a very good showing as a rookie at defensive tackle. He was supposed to be the anchor in that defense this year, and he has an ACL tear for them. The NFC South combined is almost more injured than the San Francisco 49ers, and that's rare to say.
Crazy.
And the substation claimed Mike Evans yesterday, by the way. I don't know if you heard that, but Mike Evans is hurt for the 49ers.
I heard that.
Ricky Pearsall's out for the year with an ACL. They've lost an outside linebacker. Yeah, they signed Deebo Samuel back. How long before he's hurt? Because he's up there in age now. I'm just saying. And then the substation made Brandon Ayuk so stupid that he posted his own YouTube video of him speeding by the stadium in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing says you're a real intelligent, mature person than recording yourself driving 140 miles an hour past your practice facility. And posting it on his Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Maybe you should go drive some NASCAR.
Maybe him and Jordan Addison should do that.
Well, it wasn't Jordan Addison.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm not saying it's... And actually, I do have pity for other teams. I don't want anybody starting out like that. And let's talk about our team. Rodrigo's out with an ankle injury that was able to be taped up. He walked out of the facility alone. Sione Vaki, while being tackled, somebody's hand slid under his face mask, gouged his cheek, and broke his nose. He's going to be out 6 to 10 weeks. So we signed the former Carolina Panther and punt returner running back Raheem Blackshear. That is not just a reactionary signing, because they're saying it could be 6 to 10 weeks before he can see properly because of the swelling of his nose.
Wow.
He doesn't have any damage to his eyes, thank God, because that's where the scrape was. It was across his eyelid. His eye was not damaged, but the swelling of his nose from the break will hinder his center vision.
Crazy.
Great, so he can see stuff coming from the sides, but nothing coming right at him. As a running back, that's not good.
Nope.
And Derek Moore has a mild hamstring strain. He's supposed to be back within the next 7 days, because it said 7 to 10, and it's been 3 already. So we're not as injured as we were last year.
Hasn't Chicago lost a couple of theirs too?
yeah, they lost Kobe Bryant, their brand new safety they signed to help bolster that safety room after losing the guy that had all the interceptions last year.
Jamal
I'm going to say
Dean.
this again. I'm going to say this again. You cannot lose 18 of your 26 interceptions with 3 guys leaving your roster and signing guys that's never played with your defensive coordinator before and expect it to be the same.
Gotcha.
Especially their pick leader, Nashawn Wright. Say what you want. That one's going to hurt. Because he had
So
3
the
pick sixes last year, too. So they were late ones that won games. If they didn't win those 3 games with Nashawn Wright last year, you know what that means? They'd have been last in the division. You know, Joseph, I wasn't trying to be mean when I said it on my preview show. I said they're a 7 to 10 win team. I see regression this year, but not a big regression. And the reason why is because they're going up against a stronger schedule. But they are a stronger team than they were a year ago at the same time. But now they got injuries piling up. The good news is they finally got TJ Edwards back. You know what's funny is Caleb actually only orchestrated 3 comebacks last year. Most of the comebacks were due to the defense scoring or a blocked field goal. I think they could be. And if you look at the odds makers, the favorites to win the division right now, the Lions are at 170, plus 170. The Packers are at plus 250 in second place. The Bears are at plus 375. So in other words, they think it's a longer shot to bet on the Bears than the Lions or Packers. And at plus 550 is the lowly Vikings. Yeah, Darnell Wright got paid.
Why are the Vikings number 3 in payroll this year?
TJ Droppinson. Joshua Addison just got paid. Justin Jefferson, we know he got paid. Oh, and the other one, I think this is the stupidest overpay there is in the NFL this year. Zay Flowers' contract. The fact that they fully guaranteed that $440 million salary, he now has the most guaranteed money of any wide receiver in the league, more than Justin Jefferson, more than Chase. No, Murray, they got cheap. They got him for $1.31 million because the Cardinals are paying the rest of the $31 million he was owed when they cut him. So they got him for the league minimum. Right now, that's one of the cheapest starters in the league. The only one just as cheap as him is Tua. Tua turned the ball over, who returned from his injury and is back at practice for the Falcons, which is good considering they were so hurt they had to sign Cooper Rush as a QB3. Adam's laughing about that. Put it this way, if Tua didn't come back, UDFA Jack Strand was already leading the first week of training camp for the Falcons. I agree, Eddie Prather. Lamar Jackson is a nice all-around athlete, but as a passer, he's not that great. He's had a couple of good years, but he's won the MVP twice due to his legs, not his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave it at that. That's my update on injuries and everything else. Oh, by the way, and everybody practices on grass. All practice fields are 100% grass in the NFL, so don't blame it on turf.
Nope. Okay, guys.
Did anybody
Adam,
get hurt this game? I didn't even think about that. Did anybody get hurt in the Hall of Fame game?
Right now, I can tell you the score is 27-23. 2:34 left. Arizona does have the ball, though. And they are actually driving. That's 3rd and 1 down on the Arizona 38. So, oh no, they started on the 38. They're already down to the Carolina.
It's going to be
3.
1st and 3 on the 3. Yeah, it's
So, I don't know if anybody got hurt. I mean, there's Arizona's had 422 total yards. Carolina's had 313. Arizona
Mhm.
fumbled twice but did not lose it. Carolina fumbled once and did lose. Um,
anybody throw any interceptions?
no interceptions were thrown, no.
Excellent.
Arizona has been penalized 7 times for 78 yards. Carolina 5 times for only 20 yards. So,
Now they're on the 1. It's 2nd and 1.
5 times for 20 yards.
yep.
One of them had to be on a goal on a like half the distance to the goal line. That makes
Right.
sense.
hmm
Because that's only 4 yards of penalty.
Right.
Yeah, one of them had to be on defense right here in this stand that they're at here where they got moved half the distance to the goal. Arizona and driving sounds so foreign to me. Well, no, actually Arizona's a nice place to drive. It's the desert. It's nice and flat.
Adam, how
And
can
you
people
can
find you?
and you can stop at Winslow and see the eagle statue.
Yeah. Standing on the corner of Windsor, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see.
You can get me at Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube, guys. Hit that like, subscribe button. And, you can find me here Thursdays. You can find me on my channel if I'm not at camp and have power pretty much Monday through Wednesday. And okay, I actually did a Sunday show this week, John. I felt like you.
Yep.
You can get me at Sports Talking It on Twitter. Right, I made my handle right there, and I'm there. So yeah, that's the good spots today.
Jeremy.
All right. You can get me right here on the South Florida Tribune channel every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday nights on Inside the Pigskin. Thursday nights on Fire Up. And you can catch me every day of the week. This is the first Sunday where I am introducing the Fourth and Fantasy Football Podcast with my good friend Austin Hacker. We'll be going over the top 5 offensive position players for each position group for fantasy this year on this week's show. You can also find me Monday through Friday at noon with Detroit Sports Talk with SJB. And you can find me Wednesday nights with the NFL Roundtable Talks, Friday nights with the Lions Fan Cave Chat, Saturday nights with the Baseball Roundtable Talk. And as soon as the preseason gets ready to kick, I will have the Hardwood Chat about the Pistons and the NBA and the penalty box about hockey. All those will be on Sunday as well.
Sounds
Because
like you're busy.
11 shows a week on my own, plus the 2 that I'm guest on. The 3 that I'm guest on. So that's 14 shows a week, guys.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Coming soon, my own platform. And I'll explain it after we're done.
Okay. South Florida Tribune Publishing Company published a book, Lessons from the Microphone, Tuning into the Enduring Wisdom of Visionary Leaders. It's written by my husband, Scott the Motor City Madmouth Morganroth. Talks about his 40-plus years in the media business. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Google, and Apple Books. Audiobook is also out there. There's a link on our website, www.southfloridatribune.com, where there's a plethora of great content, so go check it out. You see the red subscribe button in that lower right-hand corner. That means you have not yet subscribed to us. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just click it like a share us. Tell all your friends and families, and then turn on your notifications so you're notified Every time we go live, Arizona did just score. Just FYI. We have 2 YouTube channels. The one that you're watching us on is the South Florida Tribune YouTube channel. We also created Destination Discoveries Media Network, a travel channel where we go different places, and the QR code in the top left right now is Destination Discoveries, the travel channel. We do a travel show Monday nights at 7:10 called No Limits, and we put up videos from places we go. So we went this past weekend to Naples, and so White Sands Beach, Naples, that's where we were on Sunday. Go check out the YouTube channel. We have videos up from there. If you're into college football and the Miami Hurricanes, go check out South Florida Tribune's YouTube channel. We have interviews there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I would ask that everybody that you see multiple YouTube channels, if you would please subscribe to all of them, as they're giving up their time for us as well. I do want to thank everybody that's been in the chat room. We've had quite the chatters tonight, so I appreciate that. Jeremy always ends us, so I'm kind of waiting for him to come back, but I know he was.
You try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts within us. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Joseph, MDE, Eddie Prather, Snail, and I think I saw somebody that called herself Liza Bin Laden, but
Patty Graham.
Patty Grimes as well. Yes. Thank you for watching. You guys are great. Thank you for commenting. God bless you all.
Yeah, right there. That one. Thank you, everybody. You guys all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.